Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 210th Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the Recovery Suit Superman. Now take a look at the front. We can see that the figure comes in your standard Mezco box with the black and silver Superman logo on the front. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Black Suit Superman, which has always been one of my favorite looks. I've always really thought it was really cool, really unique, very different from the character, you know, especially outside of those vibrant colors that we're normally used to with Superman, especially when you see like things like that sweet 90s mullet. That is so rad, so badass, dude. So the suit looks really nice. The vinyl all does look really, really good. I'm not a big fan of the seam line going through here, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't know how to go around that, you know what I mean? Well, it almost looks almost like a carbon fiber, you know what I mean? So you can see that little bit of texturing in the material itself looks really nice, and it's fairly simple. You got a little bit of silver there on the feet, little silver braces around the wrists like that. I love the giant silver S on there. That looks awesome as well, and you get a little bit more of a polished black to the top of that, which again I think looks amazing. I love just that slight added detail. So you got a little more of a matted black against that polished black, really makes it stand out. So this is just a really cool looking figure. But man, this guy comes with a lot of stuff here, and I'm just really excited about this figure. Now moving on to the accessories, we of course get Mezco's circular base stand with the black silver Superman logo right there, which looks great. And of course we do get the clear articulated arm. We also do just get a bunch of crazy accessories, like all kinds of different interchangeable hands, which is really nice. Everything you're gonna need. We get different type of armor bits to armor Superman up. We get interchangeable boots and feet, which is really nice. And you get thrusters and extra things, which is really cool. So I love all the stuff that you do get here. Now, as you can see, I've already suited up my almost said Batman, my Superman. It's the black, bro. It's throwing me off. But this is really cool. This is just a harness that can, like, you pull the arms back and just slide this on. It comes on really easily, and these kind of just like dangle. They're kind of like individual little segments, so these all can move around. That's really cool. And these just slide on over the legs like that. You are going to want to pull the feet off. These are just on ball pegs, which is really cool. And then these are separate pieces like that. And these will just slide over the calf, and then pop the feet back on like that. And as you have the feet off, then you can slide these up a little easier. You got a little pistol right here, his you know, Kryptonian pistol, which is pretty cool. It's a little weird, but I mean, it's an alien type of weapon, so it's not really based on anything, but it goes in there. I did notice when I'm posing him around, this gun does fall out of the holster pretty easily, so you might want to pose him around and then put this gun in the holster, because I noticed mine is just popping out like crazy, but that's just me. We also do get this larger rifle, which is really cool. This is a crazy looking, again, Kryptonian weapon, which I think looks really nice. I love the sculpt of that, very alien. This does have a removable magazine. You do get 2 of these, so that's actually really nice. I do love that. No effect pieces. It has an effect hole where you can port something in, but no actual effect pieces to make it look like he's shooting off a laser or something like that. So that's a little weird. I kind of wish they had done something like that, but is what it is. What I do like, these are really cool accessories. So we get the Eradicator's crushed glasses, which I think is awesome. So hopefully that's a hint as to what's to come. And the same thing with a cyborg Superman head that's attached to a hand that you can just plug it in the hand. That's ripped right off. I love the little neck spinal column. The sculpt of that looks great. The jaw just dangling right there. That looks so gnarly. So again, hopefully these 2 accessories right here are hints at maybe future figures we can get in that, since you know, we have this one right here. I think it'd be really cool to get other characters in like the Return of Superman storyline. I think that'd be really awesome. Now, the effect pieces that we do get are going to be in the form of these thrusters right here. You know, since he really doesn't have all his powers back, this is the recovery suit after all. He's still trying to get back his powers. He can't really fly, so he needed actual thruster boots. And these just peg into the peg holes at the bottom of the boots like that. So you can really get your whooshing on and make it look like he's flying around and get some really cool looks out and displays out of that, especially if you attach them to the flight stand. I think that's super cool. So really dig those. One great thing I love that they included is this right here, that like Death of Superman cover with the rock, the rubble, you know, then the little wooden stake or pole, whatever you want to call that. This is an actual separate cape that has a bendy wire in it. You kind of have to put this all together. There's a little port in there. Then you kind of wrap the cape around the stick right there. So that's really cool. Very iconic look. After Doomsday just wiped the floor with Superman. That's really cool, dude. That just makes for a good display on its own on like your Superman shelf. That's very, very cool. And then the last bit of accessories we're going to talk about is all the different interchangeable heads, which are really fantastic as well. So you get the standard Superman head with the long hair. Again, I've always loved the mullet, the curl, the hair just looks really good. Really dig that one a lot. We get the same one, but this time with a beard. Again, I love the bearded look. I've always been a fan of that look, which I think is really cool. And then you have the one where he's yelling more in an action pose. And again, Mezco has really been stepping up their game as far as their like teeth go, because the teeth used to look horrible back in the day, but they've been doing a lot better. And then one I didn't think I was gonna like as much, the bearded head with the short hair. That looks really cool. I was totally gonna go for long hair, but seeing that head more and more, the short hair with the beard looks really good, and I'm genuinely thinking about displaying my recovery suit Superman with that particular head. Now, when you remove the heads, they are going to be on their separate ball pegs. You actually remove the head at the neck joint like that, and you can see they all have their own separate ball pegs, and you're going to go ahead and port that on like that, and then there you go. Again, I really love this bearded short hair look. That's working for me, man. I love the slight smirk on that, so that is really fun. Okay, so now having this guy stripped off of everything, I'm going to break down the articulation. So the head and the neck are on separate ball pegs. It is hindered by the hair a bit, so it goes back that far, down that much. Oh, and I just popped that off. Pivot side to side, rolls all the way around, left and right, everything you're going to need. Arms can go all the way up that far, down that much, up and out to the side that much. Rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrists, as well as a hinge at the wrist. That works really nice. Double ball peg in the midsection, that rolls around, does turn left and right, crunches back and forth pretty good. That's actually really nice. Pivot side to side. Hip joints that kick forward up that much, back about that far. That's actually really good. Splits out about that far. Rotation in that upper thigh. Double jointed knees. Nothing at the calf, but the ankles are on ball pegs. Those go left and right, up and down slightly. That's not that good. And ankle pivot, almost nothing. And I do notice, just kind of when I get in trying to get him stand vanilla, just straight upright, the ankles, they lack so much articulation that I can't get them, you know, up forward enough to get him standing straight up, and then he constantly wants to fall back. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's just the bulkiness of the material, but those ankles do honestly kind of suck, so I wish that was a lot better. And then one thing I'll point out, I'm not seeing it right now, but be careful when you're coming up with these shoulders. I feel like this vinyl might, you know, crinkle or tear or crack. At some point, I don't know, but just be careful. Nothing's happening on mine. It does seem to be pretty thick and sturdy material, but you know, in a couple years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, who knows? So just be very aware of those things. So for a quick size comparison, here is Superman sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is sitting next to a couple other Mezco Supermans. And for even more Mezco comparison, here he is sitting next to a couple Batman figures. And for even more comparison, here he is sitting to a Mafex Cyborg Superman. So there it is, guys, my review of the Recovery Suit Superman. Now, I absolutely love the way this looks. I'm going to start off with a few issues that I do have. The ankles can be a little awkward. There's very little movement on there. And again, I'm assuming it's because of the bulk of the actual fabric. So you might have a little trouble posing him here and there. It's nothing terrible, but man, they really need to step up their ankle game. I will also say that the suit itself looks awesome in my opinion. I do, however, worry about how this is going to hold up over time, you know, cracking and crinkling and folding and things like that. Hopefully it's nothing terrible. I have seen people already tearing the suit, but that was very, like only a couple people, I think. But this overall, it just looks really good. Again, that is just a worry of mine. But still, the fabric, I think, looks great. I love the head sculpts. Those are incredible. I love the bearded sculpts. A bearded Superman has always worked for me. I just love it. I love all the different accessories, especially things like the Eradicator glasses and the Cyborg Superman head. Again, I hope that's a sneak peek as to what we can get in the future. Fingers crossed, because that would be amazing. I love the articulation. It does work very well, again, with the exception of those ankles. All the weapons and add-ons and thrusters effects and stuff like that are really cool. I do wish we got some effect pieces for the actual guns that he does come with, but still, it's awesome. I really love this piece, and he is definitely a must-get. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.